Hi, my name is Chase Duncan. I'm a singer-songwriter from Central Ohio. So I guess I've always had a passion for music. When I was a kid, I would carry around a Fisher-Price jukebox and a pair of sunglasses, singing songs to my family. And I've always loved performing. I can remember, making instruments out of various toys that I had and putting on concerts in my living room. My grandpa, he played guitar, banjo, mandolin, all this stuff, self-taught, very, very good at each instrument. And I think that's really where I got introduced to the guitar. Around when I was 9 or 10 years old, my parents bought me like an old beat-up guitar that my brother's friend had for $5. And that's what I ended up learning on, and I never put it down. It's just, once I learned, a song that was, cool, and it wasn't Mary Had a Little Lamb or something, I was just hooked, and I just, I played every day, all day. My older brother would bring home CDs, like bands like Nirvana and Offspring, Metallica, stuff like that. And I would listen to it with him. We shared a bedroom, actually, when I was a young kid. And then once we grew older, we moved into a new house where we both had separate rooms, and he would leave, and I'd kind of sneak into this room, steal a bunch of his CDs, run them off onto a tape, and then put them back. Probably scratched to hell, but that was a big thing. I guess that's how I got exposed to, like the grunge and punk rock type of stuff that really probably furthered my interest in the guitar. I never heard guitars like that before. I just it really fueled me to just play every day, and like I just wanted to play that kind of stuff. Up to that point I was just strumming like GCD. I've been playing the guitar for a little bit, and I'd meet kids in my class that play drums or bass or think they could sing or scream or whatever. So I'd start getting together with people and form a little band and go play a couple shows, and then someone would get pissed off at somebody else, and then the band would break up, and then you'd start all over again the next month. I don't know, it wasn't until about 5 years ago or so, I think I'd quit and got kicked out of the last band I was in, and I kind of just took a little break for a while and really thought about what I wanted to do. And I was playing a lot of acoustic guitar at home. I was still playing, I just wasn't really writing songs or playing out or anything like that. After a while, I started writing again and decided that I'd try and do it solo. It's hard to find people, reliable people to play anyways. It was like 2 years ago, I wrote a couple songs, and my older brother actually and one of my friends both told me that I should start recording and really try and do something with it. And just having that, having somebody that tell you that about your music and like believe in you and like think you should take it further, that was really kind of lit a fire under my ass. And a buddy of mine was working at a studio in Newark where I live, and so I just called him up one day. Hey, I got this song I want to cut. I want to come over and do it whenever you're free. It's the first time I've ever like really recorded in like an actual studio instead of somebody's bedroom, and the sound was just amazing. I didn't expect it to turn out that good. I think that kind of pushed me to just be in there as much as I can and record some of the other songs I had. So, after about a year, we had 5 or 6 songs that I was pretty happy with, and that's what my EP I put out. It's on the run. After we got done with all the recording and everything, I had the final copy in my hand. I realized that I wasn't going to be able to take these songs and play them out and make them sound as big as they were on the record. I called up a few friends of mine that played, and they said they'd do it, and got together. We ran the songs, my songs. I booked a CD release show, and we went and played. I did a bunch of DIY copies of the CD, that I just had printed up at Sir Speedy or whatever print shop. I sold all of them, put it up online, sold a bunch of copies online, and got a great response. And that was, really satisfying just to hear people enjoying something that I put so much work into. You know, we spent a year on that EP, so just, you know, the good response that I got from the EP was just, you know, that's enough just to, you know, keep me going. I mean, just to keep writing songs, keep playing shows, and, you know, the live shows. I mean, that's really the best part of it, I think. I don't know, just people coming out and knowing your songs, singing. You see them singing your songs with you, and it's just, I don't know. There's no better feeling than that, and just the release that you have when you're on stage. It's just, you just, I don't know. You leave it all out there, and it's great. There's nothing like it.